Hi Booktube, this is Kelly. Thank you so much for watching my channel, Books I'm Not Reading. I just want to begin the video by thanking people who have supported, new people who have supported my 2025 Ko-fi fundraiser. You can check out that video down below. If you're looking at the Ko-fi page on your phone, you're probably gonna have to scroll through at least the introductory video before you get to the fundraising one. But thank you so much those of you who have supported me on Ko-fi or have watched my Ko-fi videos. I really appreciate it, and I have a lot of fun on that channel. So it is still the Irish Readathon. Next week, St. Patrick's Day, very big, very important. So there definitely will be something. I think I've almost had, and maybe you guys can tell me in the comment section if you've had this, where you've read a really great book and that's just kind of made you, like, you loved it so much and you were so immersed in it that you kind of don't want to pick up something else. It's not that you're in a reading slump or anything like that, but it's just, you're just still living on Terror Road and can't quite let go. This was the one book of my TBR that I was like, I don't know if I'm really gonna get through that. I don't know if I'm gonna be, I probably won't finish that until April. And I don't know if it was because it was so snowy. I mean, I think we got 10 to 12 inches of snow at the end of last week and in the weekend, and so I just hunkered down over the weekend with this book. And I mean, truly, it's been a while. I would have to look at my book journal to see what was the last book that I literally, like, I wanted to stay up later than I, should, and I just loved this book so much. So Terror Road, and it was hard. I was trying to think of, like, how do I describe what this book is about? Is this book about marriage? Is this book about mistakes? Is this book about grief and loss? Like, actually, no, it's about all, like, friendship. It's just about life. And her characters are so real, and so I really liked how different they all were from each other, because there's a lot of names, and so it really is important that when you don't confuse Heidi with Hillary or something along those lines. The main character is her name is Ria, or Maria, but yeah, it takes place over, I want to say, like, roughly 20 years, and of course this book was published a while ago because we no longer have Maeve Binchy with us. So it was originally published in 1998. So, like, the advent of the internet, right, plays a role in this book towards the end, which was kind of, nostalgic for me. Like, I still remember setting up my first email address, but it doesn't feel dated. I still felt like I could connect with characters. Yeah, there were some really funny parts to the book, but yeah, just reading about Ria and this, like, life around her and this old house that she and her husband buy and try to fix up or whatever, and other people come along in the neighborhood and they want everything to be, like, modern and minimalist, and which there's nothing wrong with that. But anyway, like I said, it's been a while since there was a book that I just literally, I did not want to go to sleep. I just wanted to keep reading it. I think if I'd really pushed myself hard on Saturday, I could have finished it on Saturday. But anyway, so once I finished it on Sunday, it was kind of like, well, now what do I read? Or, you know, I just didn't want to, it's almost like I just didn't want to pick up anything else because I was still living in this world. There are a few books that are so special to me that it's like I am always living. Those books are just inside of me and they're always happening, right? Like Mr. Darcy is always snubbing Elizabeth at dance. And that's how I felt about this. Like these characters, they're just in me. Like I was so engrossed in it, especially the second half of the story. Like I mean, at one point I like grabbed Jason, like he was wearing a hoodie, and I grabbed his hoodie and I was just like, I have to find out what happens. So I kind of had this sort of like book hangover. And like I said, I really am curious if that's ever happened to any of you, but I have been reading Under the Duvet by Marian Keyes. These are essays by Marian Keyes, and this was first published in the UK in 2001, and then it wasn't published in America until 2004. And so the essays are like from 1997 or 2000, you know, so I've been a little bit surprised at how old the essays are. I mean, you know, 1997, I was live. I was an adult, kind of an adult, trying to be an adult, but I mean, you know, that's a while ago, and I was just so surprised because these don't, at least so far, and I don't know, I'm a little over 100 pages in, and they don't feel dated. I mean, I suppose it's possible that like somebody who's like more into fashion or something like that could go, oh, that's so 1999, or that's so 2000 or something like that. But just some of the situations that she gets herself into, I find really funny. And yeah, she's a good storyteller. She really is. And just has a lot, like, she's not making fun of other people. She's making fun of herself. And I keep trying to think of like, she's like some cross between Jenny Lawson and Jennifer Weiner or something like that. Like, it feels, you know, like I said, the humor is directed at herself, not at other people, which I really like. I've been enjoying these, but daylight savings time, you guys, just really wrecked the week for me. So I'm so glad that it's Friday. And yeah. So anyway, I am enjoying these. I don't know if I'll hold on to them or not, but I'm feel really good. Like the hosts of the Irish Readathon, Aoife from Words of Clover and Leanne Rose. I remember Aoife saying that like every household in Ireland had a Marian Keyes book, and so there's a part of me that wants to like be like, well, my house has a Marian Keyes book in it too. Anyway, it's the perfect thing to read before I go to sleep at night. I don't know if you have like, do you read different things different times of the day? Like, do you have like this will be good to read before I go to sleep, that kind of thing? The only other thing I've made any progress in, and that progress has been minimal, is Troubles by J.G. Farrell. This is not by an Irish writer, so I screwed up there. Like, really, the Irish Readathon, like, the main point of it is read a book by an Irish writer. And J.G. Ballard was of Irish descent. He moved to Ireland. He died in Ireland. He's buried in County Cork. So yeah, but this is the Empire, part of the first book in the Empire trilogy, and so there's definitely like British characters. It starts right after World War One ends. So anyway, and there's a part of me that feels like I need to get online and do some like historical reading to make sure that I understand what's happening in here. So, yeah, but I did pick it back up. I am gonna finish this one this month. That absolutely. And as soon as I'm done with, because one book I know you guys all want me desperately to read and talk about, and I will read it. I am gonna read it this month. Is Foster by Clara Keegan, and it's 92 pages. The type font is gigantic. So I'm definitely going to get to this, I promise. And I am really, really excited to hear what you guys all think. And I would really like to find, I think it's probably her most famous book in America, which is Small Things Like These. So I'm like on the hunt, on the lookout for that. Yeah, and then the other prompts that are part of the Irish Readathon, I have a collection of early Irish myths and sagas. So I think the first story in here is, I don't know, 26 pages, 23 pages, something like that. So I feel like I should at least be able to read one story. And then you all got me really excited about a couple Oscar Wilde short stories. And I'm kind of on the lookout now for this Penguin Classic because I don't think it's still in print anymore, but it's his complete short fiction. And two of you recommended The Canterville Ghost, I believe. Yeah, so that's in here. It's, not long. Someone else recommended The Selfish Giant, which is also in here. So we'll do my best to get to a couple of these, but ideally I'd like to just get a copy, and so that I need to read more Oscar Wilde. The only thing I've read is The Picture of Dorian Gray, which I read so long ago. A shockingly long time ago. I'm just kind of amazed that I finished this and that this was the first book I finished this month. It was just, yeah, an absolute delight though. So now I know some of you have mixed feelings about my Irish outfit here, or my super green over the top outfit, but I really don't know that any of this is gonna last to next year. The barrettes are already kind of falling down a little bit, and I don't know how long the battery in my little clover shamrock necklace is gonna actually last. So Booktube, I have so many exciting videos that I want to make for you this month still. So yeah, let's just hope I can get to all of them. Anyway, I would love to hear about what you're reading, what events you're participating in this month, how is it going for you, and if you have any Irish authors to recommend to me for the future, so that I can maybe start a list. I am learning slowly about more Irish authors that I already own in my own library that I didn't know were Irish. So yeah, but we'll talk about that another time. So, all right, Booktube, thank you so much for those of you who have supported me in my Ko-fi fundraiser. I really, really do appreciate your support. And yeah, I've raised enough to take one day off of work to devote to improving my Booktube channel, and so we'll see where we go from here. But again, I look forward to engaging with you in the comment section. As always, if you don't feel comfortable leaving a comment, you can leave an emoji or you can give this video a thumbs up. Booktube, remember to be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and I'll be back very soon with another video. Bye.